Hello.
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm great. It's good to see you guys all again. It's good to be back here. I'm glad I didn't get shuttled back to the rooms right away.
No doubt. Let's talk about the ice bag before we get to the knockout. Break your hand in that last sequence?
Just trying to keep my wrist froze, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I broke my hand.
Well, it didn't come for nothing because you obviously add another highlight to the reel. What'd you think of the finish? How did you feel overall with the win?
I felt good. I felt super composed in there. I felt like on the stool I was like just focused, ready. I could hear everything Eric was saying. And I was ready to just put my paws on this guy. And he was freaking strong. That was scary, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think physically looking, he's like one of the more intimidating guys on the roster. Is that something you even like for you? Do you ever get nervous going in based on a guy's knockout power like that and strength?
Yeah, funny story. I've said this a couple times already, but like when we were training at Extreme, I remember like the first day he came in, I'm like, oh, I'm not training with that guy. He's way too big. And, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, you just fight him later anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Beat him. But talk to me about the fight, the way that it played out. Was that kind of what you were expecting overall?
Yeah. I mean, anytime you win like that, it's what you expect, you know, and you got to take it. I was happy. I was going to put it all on the line the whole time, like I felt like I did, and it just turned out in my favor.
And I feel like obviously every division kind of has its range of power that guys possess. Do you feel like in your division, like, is there anybody else that you feel like matches you? Because I feel like we're reaching that sort of conversation.
I don't know. Honestly, I think power's all pretty similar up there. I just feel like I can maybe absorb more than others can while be able to dish it out at the same time. Because they hit me with some hard shots, but I felt okay.
And I don't know how much you've been able to check your phone, but your celebration, the Monster Cam has become a GIF already.
That's what I was hoping for.
Is that just a spur of the moment thing, or is that something you've done before?
Nah, anybody knows me knows I'm always like, I don't know, just happened.
Yeah, well, it's the signature now. You got to roll with it. But what do you think's next for you, other than healing up this hand? I guess that's probably a big part of what happens from here on out.
For sure. Just trying my best to stay in shape. I feel like I didn't really lose any shape coming off my last one. So I had a good momentum building into this one, and I don't really want to lose that conditioning. I want to be able to build off of that. But if my hand's healthy, I'd like to jump back in there, but we'll see.
Any opponents in mind, or?
Yeah. This one guy has never responded back to me on Instagram. His name is Adam DeVine. He's from Workaholics. He's never responded to me. I want him to come to a fight. I like him a lot. He's cool. I don't know. That's it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, man. Jim Grease, MMA Weekly. To the losing streak, you had 2 in a row, both by decision, but your wins are coming by knockout, right? So
Show.
let's talk about them picking the right guy to close out the show on the prelims. I mean, right outside New York City, #1 market, network TV, and you took advantage of every second of that.
For sure. They know who to call when they're trying to make an explosive statement on TV.
Speaking of explosive statements, that hand, obviously you did some damage to it, but just talk about that ability to finish, that power that you have, that ability to finish fights with one shot like that.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from because I haven't been fighting for very long, but I guess the years are adding up now. But I don't know if this makes any sense, but I've always felt like as a kid, like maybe even like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, I'd look in a mirror and be like, oh, I bet I could break this mother effing mirror if I punched it. But I don't know, man. I guess I kind of just got lucky. I feel like I'm a fan that can just hit hard and take shots well.
So you hit the mirror, but you didn't get the 7 years. Bad luck.
Nah, I never did hit the mirror. My dad would have killed me, but I always thought I could.
You started hitting other people. So when did you realize, at what point did you realize that you could do this for a living and be at this level?
Probably once I got signed to the Contender Series. I remember like taking fights and like the regional scenes and stuff, always thinking like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe this is where the lucky streak ends. Maybe I'm just getting lucky all these times and this could be the one where it ends. But no, man. I guess I think I kind of solidified it to myself as well this time.
Congratulations, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Will Graham with 77 WABC Sports. Congrats on the win, first of all.
Thank you.
Yeah. I noticed, so you're pushing Puna. I saw that on your last Instagram post. Fantastic. Love that. So what are you, a big Gunna fan or what?
I was actually going to walk out to P-Power
Nice.
But I didn't. But it was an option. It was definitely an option. I do like Gunna.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, congrats.
Don't Rico me though. Don't get me in that Rico.
Congrats, man. I love the excitement, and I'm really looking forward to this. Also, Workaholics, great show.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
It's my favorite.
Mike 77 WAB Sports. You got emotional at the end of that fight. Can you talk about that?
I'm a big crybaby, man. Cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I don't know. I couldn't control it. I'm just glad I didn't like fall to my knees and like sob everywhere. But it was close. I was very close to it.
So what's the next thing you do today? You go home. What do? You have some drinks. You have some food. You relax.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest drinker. My dad's gonna hate me, but I guess it's time to say it. I've turned into a smoker.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if that's legal here in New York.
It is.
But oh, it is.
It is. You can smoke. You can smoke a joint after this if you
So
want.
maybe
to.
if I can find some, that would be great. Sorry, Dad. But yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And then another question, more of now. So back to the UFC. Obviously, you do have the broken hand, but typically, how long do you take off before you start training again?
Normally I go right away. Like the last fight, I only slowed down a little because I tore my MCL in the fight. But I was still like trying to work out as much as I could. But we'll see. I'm sure I can work around my hand for a little bit. Maybe just hit mitts with my left hand or whatever. I don't know. We'll try to get right back to the gym. I do have a wedding in August. Sorry, my cousin's getting married in August. My cousin Malu Antonio is getting married, so I do have to go home for that first.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Microphone check. Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah. So we've had you on the Medicine Man show
Yes, sir.
before. All right, so this is going to be fun. So a lot of people have been addressing your hand, right? And I've seen other people fight before. Like, I think I broke my hand in the second round. Like, I've never broken my hand, but I've fractured my thumb. I could not tell you when that happened in the fight. Do you know when you broke your hand?
Not at all. I remember I was celebrating, and then just kind of standing there. Once like the adrenaline died a little bit, I looked at my coach like, "Oh, my hand feels weird."
It just starts hurting, right? You're
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
it's weird.
I like it. And then they were talking about emotions. I've been in a similar seat as you, where I was on a 4-fight losing streak, where like, so I know I've been I've been there. I've had 2 losses. And like, can I even win? Right. So is that where the emotion came in? Like, because
sure.
yeah, that's a thing, right? In the UFC, if you lose 3 in a row,
Yeah.
hey, see you later.
Definitely.
Get a new job.
Yeah, definitely. Job was on the line there, and I feel like got some extra points in that one. So I don't know. I'm just glad I'm still here. Glad I'm talking to you guys, and glad I'm still fighting.
And they said it before, like that guy had muscles, and that guy had muscles I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Like holy shnikes. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, a little sizeophobia, a little bit, right?
No doubt. I was making a joke earlier. I guess they were saying like he hurt his ribs and was touching his ribs, and I was telling everybody like, no, that's just like his 22 pack. Like his abs just go all the way down.
And then you don't drink, because if you drank,
I did drink a beer coming out of the stage. I just don't drink regularly.
right,
Like
so
I don't.
I'll smoke some beers with you. Don't
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. And if you need some devil's lettuce,
Yeah.
my amigo here, he'll take care of you.
Yeah, full-time vegetarian here.
We got you here at the Medicine Man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But yeah, Puna, before you get out of here, big fan as always. I love watching you fight. You're one of those guys that I know always brings it. So I know every time you got that Hawaiian spirit. You said before you don't have a lot of fights, but you're Hawaiian. You definitely have way more fights than are on your record.
I was always like the goofy kid in high school that like always laughed my way out of confrontation. Like if someone tried to fight, I'm like, ooh, no, I don't want to fight. Ooh, like, I don't know. Maybe I should have just punched some guys in the head, some of these bullies. But nah, I don't know. Just never really got into a street fight, honestly. Yeah.
Never really.
Well, there was one
I knew it.
in Iowa in college, but I don't know if it was technically a fight. I threw a snowball at this drunk dude because he was cursing at everybody. So I was like, oh, it's a snowball. So I whipped it at his head, and he turned around and pushed me. And like as soon as his hands touched me, I had no clue how to fight at this time. My hand just like went straight to his face, and he dropped, and I was like, oh, I gotta go, and I just ran away.
And
So
then
I don't know if that counts.
you're calling out Bumper Allen, Adam DeVine. You not a fight. You just want him to come to the fights because you're a fan.
Yeah, maybe we can hang out, go to the lakes of Brozarks, smoke a little. I don't know, hang out with them, be on the pod, them pod boys.
Oh my God! And Workaholics, one of the greatest shows ever made. If anyone in here hasn't seen it, you got to check it out. But have you ever tagged him in anything? Have you ever tried to contact him? Because I'd imagine I think he's been to a UFC event. I've seen him before.
Really? That would be dope. I tag their podcast every Tuesdays. It comes out on Tuesdays. I listen to it every Tuesday.
Tag the man.
Yeah, and I guess I'll tag him. But during like the real lockdowns of COVID, I probably watched Workaholics like 100 times through. Still to this day, probably.
I go through every few months almost. I'll go through it. But thank you, Puna. Great performance.
Yes, sir. Thank
That
you guys.
knockout was tight butthole, brother.
Thank you. Tight. Yes, sir.